Hi everyone, it's Gwethon from Gwethon's Games, and I am continuing the Epic for Gundabad, and Motsog has just sided with the orcs and trolls to try and defeat Durin. So there he was, side by side with the Grey Maul, side by side with the orcs and the trolls. Durin's eldest son was slain by the orcs. Motvog had not yet died, and this is where we're up to. So we're back underground, and we are continuing.
See you now that I deny nothing.
So he does not deny his treachery, but he was forced to watch it.
These crimes are unforgivable. Finish your tale, Motsog, and be done with it.
Okay, talk to Motsog and hear the end of his tale.
I speak not of deserving, my friend.
10 years of war, yes.
This was the plan of Durin, foolhardy as it must have seemed to those who cared for him. It began with his surrender.
So Durin the First decided to surrender to end the war. They were taken to the top. You can see all the orcs and all the Grey Mauls side by side. Yes. So Durin decides to call them to arms as Longbeards, not Grey Mauls. Yes, give up the orcs. Now we change perspective a little bit.
This moment of triumph, my Grey Maul saw not the danger. An army came by secret paths to free their captive king.
Okay, talk to Motsog and hear the tale. Ragnar the Fierce, Durin's queen. I found a stair and began to climb, and I have to do the climbing as well. Okay, let's go. It's a fair climb. Fairly significant climb. Okay, and they are fighting. So, yep, they race to engage the interlopers, so there's now a bit of a battle.
Grey Maul and Orc in the heights of Birisahar, and the lanes ran with blood.
I know of your crimes, Motsog.
But you know not of this, Durin, for it was known only to few.
And Morgoth and his lieutenant Sauron had been idle. Yep, they worked on it, and they decided
9 great dragons swept out of the northern skies, raining fire upon the mountainside. their swords upon Longbeard and Claymore alike.
Orcs and dragons. We must find the king. Follow me. So I've got a bit of fighting to do now. The I didn't upgrade the character to 139 because I don't really need to at this point. And we're going to follow the queen. Yes, but we have to keep going. Dwarves being taken by dragons.
How many great warriors died to Thorok's claws in Girizar? I cannot say. But dragons were not the only evil sent by Sauron.
Yes. Now I don't know whether how accurate this is. They brought a Balrog. Well, let's keep going, Ragnar. And yes, they have all fallen, and we have... Oops, they're gone. I think we are going to be doing some fighting fairly shortly. Oops, not quite yet. Ragnar's going to run past it all. Lots of battle, lots of fighting. And we are back at the same spot that we were before, between Durin and Motzog. Yep, she freed Durin from the hostage, from bondage, and yep. Longbeards didn't trust Greymores, Greymores didn't trust Longbeards, so the battles continued. Durin says, let's give up, let's join together. Motzog claims to be the true king. And we have the arrival of the main dragon protagonist, the one that suggested yep, we stand together. So they decided they were going to fight together against the dragon.
And the mountain itself was sundered. The flame of Azkadur's was quenched, and he fled. We suffered grievous losses, but so too did Sauron. 5 dragons were slain at our hands. Those that escaped would cower in fear of our weapons forevermore.
And that's the reason why the Greymore, Mithril Greymore, is feared.
So concluded the Sunder battle, and with it, the Greymore rebellion.
completed. Okay, so that is the story, and now we continue. Now, yep, so the Himrel, Thrimel, Frostheart. So, Durin knows the rest of the tale, which is interesting because Durin's memory is being jogged.
Is this some trick?
Yeah, I was there. He's Durin now, and I was then 6 times before. So Durin gets to finish the tale now.
Here then the end of the tale, as I know it to be.
Yep, he is the first to awaken. Yep.
The battle was ended, but there were tears still to shed.
Yes, because you're frustrated. Yep, Morgoth's Lieutenant Sauron witnessed his allies' defeat, and with surviving back, yep, he went away. But Motsog still betrayed him. Dropped his grey maul. Of course, Motsog's there, and so's Durin, so So Durin decides to spare Motsog.
So many of our people slain.
Ragnar, however, is not happy with that. So, yes, Motsog decides to surrender. Shortbeards, no, don't do that to them. Yeah, greybeards are now, yep. Yep, no longer than a hand's breadth. And distrusted for a long time after that.
The wounds of the Greymore Rebellion were never forgotten, but Mozog himself disappeared into legend.
And we gotta load everything up, load the graphics up. Let's see if it'll actually load. All I can see is Durin and Mozog. Come on, give me some more. Come on. Come on, load. Load. Looks like it's not going to load. Okay, well, if that is going to be the way it goes, I'm going to have to... I suppose I could talk to Durin. I still get to talk to him. So, they fashioned this area down below. Went to live out his remaining years, bought supplies, yep, because Mozog refused to walk up, and Durin became his jailer and friend. Yeah.
You were my only friend in those days, Durin, as you had been in the beginning.
Ooh, interesting. I seem to be...
None others visited in my solitude.
Ooh, it's going all weird. But it's supposed to just be the two of them.
And that was just.
Maybe if I drink some coffee, what do you reckon? Ooh, interesting.
On my last visit, I found that you had entered a deep slumber from which you would not wake. Sleep well, my enemy and my friend.
So they're just standing in front of each other. That's the way it's supposed to be. I don't want to break this because it is in the middle of
They show you that our people live on and are
a cutscene.
farewell, Mozog.
And Durin the First walked out.
I knew it not at the time, but the first crafter heard my words. He gave to you the dreaming sight to last until I returned and awakened you.
Which is why that happened. Okay, so
And now I have these many lives later.
instance closed. Okay, so with that little bit of an interlude, we're back underneath underground, and the statue of Mozog. I'll get the ring of will, I'm assuming.
Punishment.
Not quite as good as what I've got. So he's been forced to watch it all, and the only person who was able to hear him was Durin.
You are his close advisor.
And we're up to level 140 quests. So he only has one day upon which to finish and be with Durin. And Durin says, okay.
I am conflicted.
needs to think about what needs to be done. Wait 8 seconds for a decision, which is always the way. And he decides if he wasn't king, he would just let him go, but because he's king, he needs more. And Himral Frostheart, who is the main protagonist of this, who was injured by Motsog, is going to be confronted by Motsog.
I swear to fight for you, my friend of old, my king, for as long as I am able.
So we have a day's battle left between them.
It seems the conquest of Gundabad will succeed or fail by nightfall.
So,
The time has come for me to call for Dweromont.
so we have one more fight to go, and I will head back out. We're 11.2, the Dweromoot. So out in Welkin Lofts, there is a all the moots had been, the Dweromoots had been held previously, and the record of them, and it was a case of Durin deciding he's going to call another one. So I will head on the way out and get out of this area. And that will get us back to where the mosaic is. So that was the 6 Durins. So they had been friends, they became enemies. Durin eventually kept him as a prisoner / friend and away from everyone else, and now needs him to help win the battle. And we're almost back out. So I'm level 138. I don't expect that I need to go to 140 to be able to complete this. I think 138 is going to be quite satisfactory. But we will keep going. And we are on the way out. There's the door, the new door to go down, and I now have to talk to everybody to get them to join in. They are in multiple locations. So, Bosi, Broint, or Bori in Zalmazal. I have to go to Mayagrind. So let's start with get to a oops, here we are. Oops, sorry. Browan will do. Okay, so yep, so they're going to have a Dweromoot. That's one. Okay, I now have the next one, which is, I'll get out the door just to make sure I'm not making any more mistakes. Okay, so nothing here. I have to go here, here, here and probably outside as well. Okay, so I will go via home, via the milestone, and go to Mayagrind. Ah, this is where the moot's going to be held. Okay, that's good. There's still a fair amount to go. Well, not a fair amount, there's still enough to go. But we'll get everyone, and then I will need to finish. I might, it depends. Okay, Prince Ingor. Zelruka are being called, so they will go. Glowen at Steepset. Where's the stable master? Glowen at Steepset.
Our need is dire.
Which is... Oh, I have to remember what this is. Western Matterguard. No, it's Steepset. Okay. It is what it says it is. But I do have to ride up the stairs and talk to them, because they are going to be slightly difficult to reach. So it's a general go and get everybody, all the different dwarves, bring them all together and agree to fight. Okay, so Longbeard's being gathered. And I need to go to Gloomintarn, which is Watcher's Roost, I think.
Yes.
Watcher's Roost. Yep, Gloomintarn. I will try and get this finished in this video, even though I'm going to run over, because I think that's the way it should be. Okay, let's go. Let's hand this in. iMac. So yes, it's the question as to whether a Runekeeper can do this. It's as long as you keep the gear up. The gear is all pretty good. It's come from the main sources, playing 2 players on the Den of Pukluk and Assault on Durstock and the Houses of Rest and the San Such Fawn.
Is that what it sounds like?
Yes, so yep, the stout axes are going to be there as well. And it's been a long time since the stout axes have been there. So I will go back and we will meet them up. Via my home, because of course if you're going round, if you're going to go round and Gundabad, then of course you have to do it via your home. Steep set Gundabad, that's the one. Okay. Welcome Lofts, and there it is. So we go to Edbeck Burzru.
Yes.
Burzru. Okay, so we bring everyone together. As I said, this is there are quests all through here to look at to describe the battles, and there's stones for each of them, but that's not where we're going at this point. We're going to join the group. Okay, Prince Duran says, yeah, well, we're almost here, but I want you to defeat 10 and 8.
Not nearly enough.
So we've got a bit of a filler, which is, of course, the way, what can I say? Why not delay this process with a bit of fighting? So we'll go and do a little bit of fighting and then we'll go back. So the Angmarim are round to the right along the wall, generally speaking. At least they should be. Don't know why they're not. Someone's already cleared them out by the looks of it. Okay, we'll take some of these. It's the Orc kind. That's one. There's an Angmarim. Okay, we'll do this as fast as I can. As I said, this character is doing quite well. These are all level 140 characters, 140 opponents, and I'm having no problems with these at all. Okay, let's go and get some more somewhere else. I'll get a handful of these and then I'll come back and get some more. As long as I get 4 of them, I should be happy. I may not be able to get 4. I'll probably have to just keep moving on. Okay. Keep moving on. Try not to aggro the dragon. I'm assuming that's actually going to attack me now, maybe. Oh, it's stunned. Okay, let's leave it stunned. Oh, here it comes. Okay. And we need some more. to go back and get the Angmarim back further down, but we will just keep going until we get what we can. Yes, having no problems whatsoever with these high level characters, high level opponents. That's 8. This will be 9. Okay, now I will ride back, and I could keep going, but I'm going to ride back and pick up 1 more Orc kind and 5 more Angmarim. If I have to go to the other side of the... I don't want to be near anything, so this one will do. Okay, that's 10. Now, they should be along the wall, but if they're not along the wall, then I'll go to the wall on the other side. They should be around the let's see if I've got more back down here. Yep, they've respawned, that's good. That's 4. There's the other one. So we're just basically clearing this up. It's just a filler quest, filler kill critters request. There's another one. Two more after this, and then we get to the moat. Don't suppose there's any others around. There should be something. No, they're not there. Won't go that way. I'll run away from that one. No, not there either. I'll have to go the other side. Okay, that I will. They all hang around the walls. Not much you can do about it. Let's keep going. I don't know why knocking them off on this side would make it easier for the dwarves to get there, but this is the way it works. Okay, we're looking for some more. Nothing around here, nothing around there. Let's go out the gate. There's one. Exactly where I thought it was going to be. Oh, I've got a wolf as well, have I? Okay, that's one. Let's see if I can get any more. Oh, yeah, that'd be right. Not really interested. If I can. There's another one. As soon as I've got that one, I should be happy. Okay, so the Drake will follow me, of course, but that's... And it ran away, which is good. I don't know exactly what I'm being chased by, but... Oh, there it is. It didn't run away. Okay, that's them gone, and let's mount up and we will go back to Durin. And this is going to be interesting. So we are getting closer and closer to the tail end of the epic. Okay, Durin, everyone's here now. Okay, let's participate. Travel now. There's a lot of names that you know here. Get off the goat. We need to hear what he has to say. Yes, and there's the prince. There's all sorts of people, all sorts of places. So they don't know what's changed for Durin at this point. He's come a long way since being the ward of in the Dwarven, the Iron Hills.
Most of us have known only stories of the mountain home. But those tales are as well known to us as the names of our near kin. I called for dwarves to take back Gundabad. Not just Longbeards, but dwarves. And this be the response. Dwarves of every clan, from the far reaches of Middle-earth. Can anything be more clear than this? Hear me now. Gundabad belongs not only to the Longbeards, but to all dwarves. Is this not so, Ingor?
Aye, Durin. This is wisdom indeed. Some among my people doubt that you would see it. Not I, of course.
You can see the newcomer not being identified.
What is that?
Here we go.
A dragon.
Foolish insects. Everything you have done has been to my design.
Lies.
It was I who whispered poison into the ears of your prince beside the anvil of Wintersteel.
It's an interesting viewpoint, I have to say.
Urged him to march on Gundabad too soon, without time enough to ready his forces. Now, it will be the death of his people.
I have no control over the...
Heed not the voice of the dragon. These falsehoods have no power over me, worm. And neither do you. For I am Durin the Seventh, the Durin of old, reborn anew.
It matters not. The armies I command do not have the will to resist my voice.
So there's lots of orcs approaching. Newcomer! Yay!
Rebuild Frost Hearts.
No! How is this possible?
Not particularly happy. Runs away. To the peak. And I still have no control. Still have no control.
What just happened?
Yay, glowing.
How is it you wield that hammer? What is your name, stranger?
Yeah, intercede.
He is a dwarf, and he fights for Gundabad. That is enough.
So he only has till sunset to survive. And I have this back. I have the cursor back. That's good. Okay, so we have a... Yep, okay. This is done. Dwaro Moot is done. And we now have a bit of a battle.
Remir's armies approach. Now, the fate of Gundabad will be decided.
Okay.
Motsog must reach the peak.
So we have to help Motsog reach the peak.
Go then, and hurry.
Solo quest. And let's go for it.
The two of you must reach the peak.
Okay, I think we can probably do that. We will definitely try. Oh, I'll have some coffee before I go, because that's the way the world works. We're on a timetable, but even so, here we come some more. Okay, let's go, Motsog. Battles, battles, battles. Lots to go. Next, it's almost time for another AoE. Vivid imagery time, I think. Oh, not yet. No, don't do it yet. Okay, Motsog, let's go. Up the hill.
We are through. Now we must climb.
Now it's a weird. This does something weird.
We must reach the top before the setting of the sun.
So you climb, and then it does something weird, and you have to actually keep climbing. And it is a little bit weird because you have to keep climbing. So that's your there you are down there, having to navigate from this perspective. It is really quite disconcerting. But there, oops, no, I can't go that way. So if I get rid of that, you can see my character running around down in the bottom right hand corner, and it will at some point come back, but that's me running around into everything, trying to negotiate. There we go, we got perspective back. What can I say? So we get up to the top, and the black anvil is going to be here. Let's keep going. So the dragon's still there.
Friend of Dorian. But there is still time left.
Now I could have made this a two-part, but I'm happy to have put it into one video because it is the final part of.
What are you doing here?
Did I not
warn me, Ruvaran. This is the blackstone anvil of my friend Durin. It belongs to me now, and will be the centerpiece of Angmar's ascension.
They're going to change the runes on it.
We have finished etching these runes upon its surface. We will use it to bring down the mountain. The enemies of Angmar will be swept away.
Maybe.
Stand aside. I have business with your master. The dragon is not my master.
Everyone keeps saying that.
Serve Angmar, now and forever.
Yeah, I'm not even going to have to use everything to do it. Okay, and now we have Gorga.
I remember you, dwarf. How is it you still live?
I fight for Durin, the true lord of Gundabad.
Gorga,
Food.
put an end to this creature.
Okay. Now I can't actually remember. Yes. Yep. Gorga walks off.
Slay him yourself.
Gorga, I command it.
I will not join my brother in death for you.
Okay. That's pretty straightforward.
I refuse.
You cannot refuse.
No! No!
Oops. Okay. Well, we get the fight anyway. Throw everything at it. Gone. Stand with Motsog. There's a restoration rune.
Slain. Rebuild Frostheart.
What is wrong with you? Your strength departs.
I have strength enough to slay you, worm.
Whatever sorcery keeps you alive has nearly fled. I have only to wait.
Yeah, so. However, yes, it is time for me to go and hide.
You become
48 million hit points.
Durin, follow me.
What are you trying to do?
Okay, Motsog, what are you trying to do, huh?
Hiding will avail you nothing.
It's not a matter of hiding.
Behind the anvil.
Yep, I will do
I
that.
can reach you from here.
Yes, but cannot reach me because I'm behind the anvil. And here he goes.
You're doing.
All I can.
Bringing down the mountain on top of the dragon. Dragon still gets up, but flies away. Gone. Okay, so we are done, at least for this part. We now have the epilogue to go through. Well, not quite, but
The dragon's cowardly escape has broken the spirit of her armies.
600 ancient scripts. Talk to Prince Glowen and Bosi.
Gundabad is ours.
Prince Ingor says,
Gordon has agreed that the
yes.
has a place in Gundabad, and I am satisfied.
Bosi,
We have the victory. Gundabad.
yes. During the battle, you made the so cousin, that's Browan, fighting. Yep. Yeah, he thought he saw his cousin. And we go to Glowen.
We have done it.
Enjoy the victory. And then we have the next lot. Venko.
When we set out from Scarhall, did you think this is where our journey would lead?
We go to iMac.
Oh, such duero mozzo eventful.
Yes, the Stout Axes, that's their first attempt, first Duero moot.
Seen it.
Yes, Fastrith and Browan came rushing in. They had a battle frenzy and they were a joy to watch, I think is the way it is described. But we'll talk to these two.
When first I came to Elderslade, I asked you to keep a secret for me. Do you remember?
Yep, he did not want to fight another fight, but when the dragon appeared, then he saw Fastrith standing and he got courageous and they both started fighting as one.
You made it.
So yes, they fought like a whirlwind and they knew each other's attacks. So they're going to do a mural and perhaps call it the courtship. Names are difficult, so she blushes. That's fine. Talk to Starly, and Starly says,
This was a great victory for the Longbeard.
and there's going to be a mosaic.
You know what that means.
Still looking for the Zabadim. Zabadbim. Okay, and we go and talk to Motsog. Who is watching the day end.
My day is nearly up, friend of my friend. The sun is setting.
And we go back to Durin. And I cannot mount the goat, so I have to run, which is always the way. When you're in an instance anyway. So yes, managed to run this all the way through. I only got to level 138, but I started at level 129 and
Must thank you again
I get the cloak
for all your
and I get the light cloak and it looks interesting to say the least. It's a mural. Okay, I get a shattered, yep, Gundabad, and I get to finish now. I got the will one, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay.
Where has Mozart gone? I
Go.
used to speak with him before the day was ended.
And we now go back to Motsog's tomb, which is only able to be reached via a steep set because I haven't got any location marked, but I will do that. And we are on the epilogue, so this is the final part. Of course, you have to go home before you can go to the epilogue. Going via the steep set and my own stable. Steep set. And let's go via Stonejaw. I'm going to run halfway through my goat, but that's okay. And we go to
As we always have.
Bugstead Pit of Stonejaws. This is the very end. But I said I would go through, and I will. I'll actually just eat something before I go, and then we'll make a run for it. Again, no mithril pointer, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. And let's have a go at it. Heading back to here again. So yeah, I should be able to outrun everything. If I can't, then now everything's down at teal, which is interesting. And it's a nice epic. It pretty much wraps up a lot of the dwarves. It's nice to have gone through all of Durin's incarnations, and for him to have wrapped that up quite well, with Prince Durin not knowing who he is and having to work out who he is to fight battles to try and prove who he was before he actually just remembered who he was. Yeah, it's a nice ending to the dwarf epic. Okay, I got knocked off. Let's see if I can run past everything. There's going to be some grims. Okay, still got a fair way to go. Drop some more rune stones to try and slow everything down. I've still got the healing one to go. And pretty much just keep dropping all of those all the way through till I get to the cave. So the nice thing about the Runekeeper is you can outrun everything. And we are back at the entrance. go down the door, go for a bit of a ride, and then we will say hello to the other two. I should be able to mount up there. Yep, good. We'll do this as fast as we can. And we will get the title. So Durin's now claimed the title of Durin the 7th. As I said, I'm not too sure about the second Balrog, but that's the way of it, and that's the way of it. Someone else is coming down there in front of me. That's fair enough. Let's see if I can catch them. Yeah, I'm seeing more of them. Let's see if I can get past them. They're definitely running at a slower run speed. But someone else is right towards the end of the epic. Oh, there's their name. I'll see if I can get them. Liganan. And he's got a guild. Okay. So this is the end of the Gundabad Epic. I'll just go and finish it. And then we will be done. Thank you everyone for watching. So we are back at Durin and the statue.
You're not too late, but I deem his time is short.
Yes, he cannot be forgiven for the treachery, but does acknowledge the aid provided. The business accomplished. Yes, the question was not as a prince or a king, but as a dwarf only. Did you see in your dream whether I would one day have victory in Khazad-dûm? I would have us reclaim it as we have with Gundabad, but I cannot tell if only failure awaits us, or did the Iron Garrison and Balin, as did the Iron Garrison and Balin before. And the answer is,
My dream is ending.
your fate is your own. So he's been watching, and yep. See him far away, nearly impossible. Farewell, Durin, both my oldest friend and my newest. Farewell. And we talk to Durin.
Goodbye, Mozart. Once I called you friend, and once enemy. Let us part now as friends.
Okay. The last of the grey malls. And the statue is back to a statue.
He is gone.
Okay. And you assure Durin he can rely on you. Very good. We will begin in Gundabad, and who's knows where else the adventure will take us. We will meet it gladly, encourage in our hearts and our eyes on the horizon. But like another 600 ancient script, another cracked tracery, a statue of Motsog, which is nice, and I get the Legacy Shaper title, which is nice. Okay. And that, title awarded, Legacy Shaper, make active. Okay, well thank you everyone for watching, and I will catch you in another video. Bye all.